Let's talk my March favorites and flops. The amount of hair loss that I've been experiencing lately is no joke. I've already talked to my doctor, I'm taking the right supplements, and I'm in the right hands. So I know things will get better, but I wanted to share some treatments that have been helping me out. Saturday Skin Scalp and Hair Strengthening Peptide Treatment. And this is hers Minoxidil 2% Hair Regrowth Treatment. I've tried a number of products already in the last few months, and that's the reason why I specifically wanted to talk about these two, because some of them ended up being counterproductive. Like, they hurt my scalp, they made my hair fall out even more. These two together, I've seen the most amount of regrowth. Like, do you see those little baby hairs? And I also notice whenever it is that I'm blowing out my hair that it's less fragile, like it doesn't come off as easily, and I think that this is what has been helping out with that. And on the days that I don't want to wash my hair, but I still want the volume, this has really been helping, the Batiste Volumizing Dry Shampoo. All right, let's move on from the boring stuff and let's talk about blushes. I had already recently talked about this Bare Minerals bronzer in Kiss of Copper, but let me just give you a little bit of a closer look so you get to see this beautiful golden peach. I'm obsessed with it. But I also recently got a sample of their Kiss of Mauve. Again, this is their bronzer, and that's what I'm wearing today. I love that it looks like you're flushed and you're healthy and glowing. So yeah, these are wins. I really am loving these a lot. If you haven't figured it out by now, I do love having glowy skin for it to look healthy, especially as I've gotten a bit older. You know, I don't really gravitate towards like matte products anymore because I just think that ages me out. I decided to give Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Foundation a try. And this was kind of a disappointment for me. I had recently been using the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I find that to be just like a lot more flattering, at least on my specific skin, you know, for the texture that I have. This actually emphasized my pores a little bit more than I wanted it to, and I felt like I would get a lot more greasy throughout the day. I'm wearing it right now, but yeah, I won't be repurchasing this. On the Sephora website, Benefits the Professional Power Powder was rated really high. You know, had a really good review, so I decided to give it a shot. And again, this did not work for me. But I've also come to the conclusion that I just don't think that Benefit skin products work for me in general. What I was specifically looking for was just for it to kind of reduce or minimize my pore size. I know that there's like no magic potion for that, but this just felt like I hadn't even put setting powder on to begin with, so I will not be repurchasing this either. Let's talk about the fragrances that I fell in love with this month. These are the samples of my future, crossing my fingers, my future big bottle purchases. We have Basiami by Bulgari. I also really fell in love with Issey Miyake's Pure Nectar, as well as Ormond Jane's Tanger. This was probably the biggest flop of the month.